Hey guys, Chairman here, back with another episode of Play by Play. And today we are doing a very special episode featuring the new Avatar set released for English White Shorts. I usually don't do English exclusive content, basically because I play more JP. However, this is going to be in collaboration with the Tressa channel. As you guys may know, I am a content creator for Tressa's Collectibles. One of the things I usually do is I usually handle the TD++ segment where I talk about the trial decks that come with each release and how to best upgrade them in a budget-friendly way, but also in a very competitive way. For the Avatar trial deck, I was so excited about doing that specific episode that I've also decided to do my play-by-play on the Avatar TD++. So if you want to see this list that I'm going to be demoing for you in action, this is the list that is featured on Tressa's Collectibles channel. If you want to see the deck profile, go over to that video and check it out. I won't be doing the deck profile here. Instead, I will be doing the play-by-play just to show how I will be playing through this deck. This deck is going to feature the 2-1 Aang combo as well as the level 3 combo from the TD Aang Avatar state. Now, yeah, I just really think this deck is really fun to play and it's very good. I actually don't think this is like some kind of budget alternative deck in any way. I actually do think it is a very viable choice because of some of the strengths that it has. I'll talk about the strengths as we kind of play through the imaginary, or we'll play through the not imaginary, what's the right word for this, the simulated game. There we go. Playing a lot of Honkai recently, so you know, simulated universe, simulated white shorts here. So just give that a few shuffles, put that in the X zone. And as you guys may also know, Licorice Recall has released, and therefore, instead of using the Review Starlight deck for triggers, today we are going to be using my max rarity Licorice Recall deck. Because this is also, what do you call it? It has like pretty good trigger spread, so give that a few gentle shuffles. It's pretty much randomized already. The reason why they're not oversleeved is because I'm currently unwarping the cards. Yeah. So we'll just put that to the side. We'll use that for our trigger count. Excuse me. Alright, so let's start off with our opening hand of 5. Hopefully not 5 climaxes. That would be kind of depressing. Alright, so we do want to keep one of the level 1, or I guess the 2-1 Aang combo climax. And we want to keep a level 0. That's a Brainstormer. Pretty good. We'll go ahead and discard the rest. Discard 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay, well we do have a decent playable here with the level 0 Aang, and let's decide if we're going to go first or second with these going first, going second cards. I'm just going to randomly shuffle, and we're going to flip this one. We will be going second, so simulating that our opponent's going to attack first. So our opponent's going to go ahead, attack for their turn. We're going to be triggering for 2 damage here. So 1, 2. Oh, those are some level 0s that I would love to see, but unfortunately did not get to see them in the opening hand. That's fine. Draw for turn. It's a Momo. Not a bad card here. Unfortunately, as you can see, we do not have any of the 2-1 Aang available, which is kind of a problem. Never fear though. We'll make this work somehow. Let's go ahead and clock the Healing Lessons event. We want this event in our waiting room because we do have the Katara that can bond to it, so it's good to have it in the waiting room as soon as possible. Go ahead and draw 2 here. Zuko, Agni Kai, and we do have the Aang missing companion. So now that we have the Aang, what we can do on the following turn is, let's say we can actually use the Aang drop search in order to drop search for the Katara and discard the Aang, and then use the Katara to swap the Aang in if we want to. So because of that, I kind of want to keep the Aang trapped in ice for the following turn. We're going to go ahead and play a Momo backed by a Brainstormer. Now I'm trying to decide if I want the stock from the Brainstormer or if I'm just good to go with the 1 stock we'll get from Momo and playing it a little slowly. I do think there is advantages to both situations. Like, this hand isn't great, however we do really want to have the stock from to use with the Aang trapped in ice. However, if we attack with the Sokka, then that means we don't have the Brainstormer in the foreseeable future, which might be an issue. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think stock is actually more important. We're going to go ahead and move the Sokka up just because I want to potentially be able to play Drop Search and Aang on the same turn if we can. That'd be really nice. So I think 2 stock is what I really want to aim for on the following turn. So let's go ahead and use these for our attacks. Trigger choice, unfortunately, we weren't able to draw into a choice trigger, so that is going to have to go to the bottom of the stock without giving us any additional advantage. It is what it is sometimes. And then, wow, we're just triggering all the climaxes right now. That's not good. At least we do have a climax to salvage, and we will use the pants trigger to salvage that climax. All right, now they're going to be playing potentially a climax here and attacking for 3-2-2 with trigger. So first one, trigger, this is going to be for 4. I'm probably going to take this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. We do take it, and as you can see, we do not have any 2-1 ings to level, which is really unfortunate. But you know, sometimes life gives you the lemons. All right, and at this point, it doesn't really matter what we play, what we put in, because we're probably going to swap the 2-1 ing in anyways. So let's just go ahead and put in the level 0 yellow. Second attack's going to be for 2. 1, 2, cancel on the 2. Wow, I canceled that one, but I took the 4. Sure. Third attack is also going to be for 2. 1, 2, we take that one. Now we have both colors, which is good. Now here, hopefully we can just draw into the Katara, or draw into the 2-1 ing. Either the Katara or the 2-1 ing draw here would allow us to use the drop search to put the 2-1 ing into the waiting room and then swap it in for our level. So we're gonna draw, and we draw the 2-1 ing. Excellent. That is just fantastic news here. So we can do that Katara play that we were talking about. Go ahead and clock the Iroh family fatherly figure and draw 2 more cards. We drew another 2-1 ing. A little bit too many. I don't need that many now. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and use Aang, the boy trapped in ice, discarding a copy of Aang, missing companion. And this is going to go find us the Katara that is going to swap the Aang into the level. So you can see how important the Katara playing with water package is for this deck. It means that even though you only have a small window of getting the Aang into the level at level 0, you're still able to do it by using this package. So we're going to go ahead and use Katara playing with water. We're going to swap the Aang into the level. And obviously we're not going to use the secondary effect because we need 1 stock to play the Aang from our hand. We're going to probably move the Katara to back row because we're going to summon out one of the Appas. And now I'm trying to think if I want to use Agni Kai here. Zuko Agni Kai here could be used to help get us more hand advantage, which we kind of need a little bit of like selectivity here. But at the same time, we do have another Appa combo. I think the following turn I'm just going to do the Appa combo again. So maybe not really. I don't think we need to actually go for the Zuko Agni Kai just yet. However, it's still a pretty good opportunity for it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you know what? I'm actually going to go for it. And the reason why I'm going to go for the Zuko Agni Kai here is because we're already out 5 climaxes. I kind of want the extra mill. I think the extra mill might be pretty good here. So at the start of our climax phase, we're going to activate the effect of Zuko Agni Kai. Go ahead and let's just put the Sokka ship steering to the bottom of our clock. We'll probably level that up, and then we can check top card of our deck. We'll go ahead and mill that just to get an extra mill. And we're going to use the climax combo of missing companion Aang to summon out the Appa. Appa is going to come into our field, and then Aang is also going to give the Appa the ability, when it gets a reverse on a battling opponent, to blind stock 1. So we're going to generate even more stock this turn than we would normally have, plus the salvage from the Zuko Agni Kai. Very, very nice. Alright, we're going to go ahead and attack with Aang first. That's going to trigger for 3 damage. Next, we're going to attack with the Zuko. This is going to trigger for 3 damage as well. And because we have the choice climax in play and we triggered Avatar Learning State, we also get to resolve the choice as well. So we can either grab back a card with a soul trigger or put that into our stock. Now our 2 options are the 3-2 Avatar State Aang and the 2-1 Appa. I do want the Aang in hand for the turn that we combo off, but I don't think we actually need it right now, and I think we actually would like more stock resources. Our hand's not looking great, but remember that Appa does come back every single turn to give us free advantage, and so I think we actually want to use stock so that we can more efficiently use our hand in the following turns. So I actually think, yeah, I actually think we do want the stock here. And then we're going to use on reverse, we're gonna salvage a card, and because Zuko Agnikai can grab the event, and because we do need a little bit of mill here, I actually do think the event here is probably our best option. I'm gonna go ahead and grab the event. And last but not least, attacking with the Appa for a huge amount of damage. It's gonna trigger for 2. When it gets the kill, we're gonna get a blind stock. So now you can see our stock situation is looking quite excellent, and then Appa will go ahead and go place itself to memory, and it'll come back the following turn, which will help us with our hand situation. All right, so this time it's not gonna have a climax. They're just gonna swing normally, starting from the left. It's gonna be for 2 damage. That's the Majima. Ouch. Take that one, Majika. All right, direct for 1, 2, 3 damage. Wow, that's we're just hitting all the triggers in the deck. Oh my goodness, we take it too. That's pretty awful. All right, let's go ahead and level. We can level the Katara play with water now that we don't really need it anymore. And then the last one against the Aang, it's gonna be for 1 damage. We're probably gonna, okay, we didn't even cancel that either. So just took a full 6 damage. No climaxes over there, which is like really unfortunate. These probably die. I think, yeah, Aang's only 7k power, it's not very big, but the Appa will come back. And we will go ahead and untap here. And we do get Sokka ship steering here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's still 2 climaxes potentially in the deck. And we have the Appa, and we have, if we want to do the combo again, we do have the option to do the combo again. We could also try to go for the Aang combo this turn. It's actually not that bad because, once again, we do have Katara's necklace, so that we're able to get Sokka and Katara's siblings out on the field. But what I'm gonna do here, well, how many Appas are we out? We're out 1 Appa here. We're out another Appa that we stocked from the choice, and then the 3rd Appa. So we're actually out all of our Appas, unless we Momo some back in. But I actually do think that's what we're gonna do. I think we're gonna go for the Momo play here. Actually, well, let me think about this. If we do the Momo play, which is, it's not bad, but the problem here is then we have to overplay one of these. Yeah, that's kind of awkward. I don't know if I want to overplay any of those, to be honest. I don't think we do. All right, so here's the play. I don't think we clock. I think our hand situation is actually in a very good state here. We're gonna go ahead and move these to the front. Probably gonna attack with them this turn, and we're gonna go ahead and play Katara's necklace here. So we're gonna mill 2, salvage combined level 4 or lower, and here now we're gonna think about how we want to do this. So I think a really cool idea we could do is try to use Momo to shuffle back learning avatar states and then playing the choice. That way, when we do trigger the learning avatar states, the choice climax is going to allow us to salvage a bunch of stuff, which would potentially be really cool. We also just can salvage anything we want here. The Momo also potentially allows us to swap into the other climax if we want to go for that play. I don't know if we want to go for that play here. There's like so many options. It's kind of crazy how this deck can basically do whatever it wants once it gets here. There's like so many options and not necessarily sure which one is the best one. I kind of wish we had a Katara playing with water here, because we could also potentially go for that line where we just try to heal down a little bit here. We have one on the field and one here, so unfortunately that is all of the Katara playing with waters that we have in the deck. Like the 2/1 Aang is not really doing much in our hand right now, which is kind of funny because like usually you wouldn't expect that to be the card that's bricking us. You know what? I'm going to choose the Momo here. I think having the option of having Momo is pretty good. And now we don't know how many climaxes are in this deck. We do know we did blind stock 1, have 1 in hand, and then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 in waiting room. So potentially there's anywhere between 2 and 3 climaxes left in the deck, and nothing I really want to trigger right now. So let's go ahead and play the Sokka ship steering. I'm gonna use this to brainstorm. See if we blind stock the climax. We did not blind stock a climax. So that means that there's going to be 3 climaxes in this deck. And then the brainstorm 5 is going to hit 2. Oh man, we're going to draw 2 here. Alright, draw 2 cards. And that's the last card's a climax. Guaranteed, right? Because now we know last card is a climax. That's so unfortunate, actually, that the last card's a climax, and it is probably the choice as well. It is the last card choice. How unfortunate. So we can use Momo to try to like make it not as bad, and I think that's probably what I'm gonna do here. By using Momo to shuffle back cards here, we're gonna hopefully lift the choice off from the bottom of our deck and be able to get some advantage for triggering it. And we also will be able to shuffle back an Aang Learning Avatar State, and by doing that, potentially trigger that as well, and get some extra cards back in the hand. So we're gonna go ahead and play the Momo, shuffle back those two cards, these two, with the choice, and you know, do our best to not cheat here, because we do know that the last card is that choice. And so finally, once we do this, we're gonna do a random numbers. I'm gonna use a random number generator to determine which card is on the bottom. Just so, yeah, it's very clear that we are not cheating. Random.org. This is gonna be 1, 2, 3. We're gonna choose the card that's on the bottom. Generate min 1, max 3. It says 2. 2 is gonna be on the bottom, and then the other ones are gonna be on top. And by doing that, we also are able to give +1 soul to one of our other characters. Pretty good. All right. And with that being said, let us now go ahead and play Reunion with the group. So hopefully we'll guarantee trigger one choice between the Learning Avatar State and the actual choice, and hopefully we get to trigger 2 of them. So first attack, this one's probably gonna be smaller. This one's gonna be for the Learning Avatar State. So this is a choice. We're gonna go ahead and add a Aang Avatar State to our hand. I think that's probably the right choice here. Actually, let's stock this one, because we can always search out more Aang Avatar States with the one in our hand already, but we definitely do need the stock to do like the whole finishing combo. So first one, let's send that one to stock. Second one, gonna front attack here. It's probably gonna be smaller, and it's a choice. Perfect. This one is going to go straight to hand. Learning Avatar State. Fantastic. We did lift it up. That's really awesome. And then the last attack is going to be for the 3 that we shuffle back. So this one is going to go to memory. And now we have a ton of resources just from that one turn. That Momo turn, shuffling back the 2/1 and playing the choice. You can just see how powerful it is in this deck. You just get so many resources. And yeah, like don't even need a climax combo, don't even need to do anything that's like too fancy or special. Like normally speaking, at this point at level 2, we would want to be changing into the Aang Avatar State, but our hand wasn't set up for it. However, we still were able to do a fantastic turn just by doing this, and then we're set up for doing Aang Avatar State stuff at level 3 if we can draw the climax, which hopefully we can. That would be really nice. Alright, and gonna take the refresh penalty. Climax goes to the waiting room along with all the other characters. Alright, now they're going to direct attack here. We just refreshed, so I think it's a good opportunity for them to play a climax and try to push a lot of damage. So they're going to go for 3/3/3 with the triggers. So first one, 3 plus trigger is going to be 3. 1, 2, and 3. That does stick, which is quite unfortunate, but it is what it is. Now we don't really need Sokka and Katara. Actually, I think out of all of these, the one that we really don't need is Zuko Agni Kai, because we're definitely not going to be using the accelerate anymore. Second one for 3 plus trigger is gonna be for 4. Cancel off the top. Third one's gonna be 3 plus the trigger, gonna be for 4, and cancel off the top again. Pretty nice cancels there, leaving us at the 3-0 mark. Fantastic. All right, and then Appa comes back down. So Appa has been getting reverses up to this point. From this point, we're gonna consider that Appa will not be able to get a reverse, just to be a little bit more fair on the infinite plusing engine that is Appa. But usually speaking, even at this point, you know, Appa's attacking for 10-5. There's a good chance that he still gets a reverse. But from this point on, let's just pretend that Appa's not going to get a reverse. Otherwise, you know, we just have this card forever, and it's kind of OP. All right, Healing Lessons. That's actually a fantastic card to be drawing right now. Can allow us to... Okay, if we Healing Lessons the Appa, I'm gonna treat that as Appa getting a reverse, because that's just fair, okay? I'm going to clock Aang Missing Companion, drawing 2 cards. Unfortunately, we did not draw the climax. which is actually quite sad to me. But what we can do, and I think it's going to be really quite fun this turn, is we're going to play the Aang Avatar state, and we're going to pay 2, and we're going to search our deck for Katara, High Society. Gonna show off a little bit of the Katara play here, and kind of showing just like again how awesome this deck is really when it comes down to it. This deck just gets to do a lot of really fun, really cool stuff. So with Katara High Society, we're gonna go ahead and play that down. When it's played, it gets +1 level and plus 1000 power until the end of turn. Now that it's a level 2, we're gonna use Healing Lessons. Pay 1, choose a level 2 or higher character with Katara in its name. Return it back to my hand. If I do, we can either put the Katara saving Aang from our hand to the field. Obviously, we're not playing that card. So instead, we're going to use the second card. We're going to put 1 card from the top of our clock in the waiting room, choose one of my characters, gets it +3k until the end of turn. This card goes to the memory. And so now this Appa is going to be attacking with 13-5. Just right like that. And so definitely going to be able to get a reverse. And finally, we're going to play Uncle Iroh, fatherly figure, to the back row, pumping both the Appa. Now Appa is 14k, or sorry, 14-5 with the Sokka ship steering, and Aang Avatar state is going to be at a nice 11-5, probably big enough to get over stuff, and this way we can also protect it with the Iroh Stern Warning counter on our turn. Of course, since we did not have the climax, there's no reason to kind of overcommit. We have 4 climaxes in the waiting room. How's our compression doing? 4, 8, 12, 16. So 4 and 16, not bad. We can consider using Sokka to brainstorm and mill down a little bit more, but I actually think this compression is at a decent place. It's not amazing, but it's not terrible at the same time. And if we don't trigger, if we trigger nothing here, then we're gonna be at a really good place. So I don't want to touch something that I don't think is quite broken quite yet. So let's go ahead and use our attacks. Attacking with the Aang for 2 damage. Attacking with the Appa. Appa's definitely getting a reverse after using the healing event. So we're gonna pretend that he goes to memory. We'll come back to the next turn. And let's just crash with the Momo because Momo's probably smaller. See, so we didn't trigger any. Now our compression is 4 climaxes in what is it? 13 cards now? Yeah, so now our compression is really, really good, and we're in a very fantastic space. So our opponent's probably on their final turn after taking a decent amount of damage and a decent amount of pressure from our deck. So we're now going to pretend that they're going to go into their finishing combo, which I always use as Marin. So burn 2 and then the swing with the 3 soul. Because I think Marin is just, what do you call it? It's like the most generic, fair, good finisher. And it tests how well a deck can survive from 3-0. Because Marin, generally speaking, will be able to kill if you're not compressed. And then Marin does usually get over 13-5. However, we're going to just pretend this time that we can counter over, just so we can retain the Avatar. And show that this does counter up to 13-5, which is pretty significant. And against a lot of most finishers, 13-5 is big enough to hold its own defensively. Alright, so first they're going to attack here with a burn 2. Going to cancel on that burn 2. With the climax, it's going to be for 3 plus 3. Here's 3 damage. Cancel that 3 damage. Alright, second attack, direct burn 2. We're going to go ahead and cancel the burn 2. That's actually not very good. Direct for 1, 2, 3, 4, plus the trigger, which is 5. 1, 2, 3. Cancel on the 3. Alright, so now we're out of climaxes. Quite unfortunate. Do we have enough deck left? Oh, we still have a decent amount of deck left. So they're going to burn 2 here. And then direct for 1, 2, 3, 4, which is lethal. Trigger for the 5. And so we just need to cancel off the top 2 here. Going back 8 climaxes, I have a good chance to cancel off the top 2, I think. However, you do see that now all our healing lessons are gone, which is a little bit not ideal, but sometimes that's what happens. Like if you're playing normal healers, same thing can happen. Your healers just get hit to level 3 clock. Not much you can do. Alright, and we're gonna do the magic cut. Can we cancel off the top 2? Refresh penalty. 3, 4, and 5. Cancel! Nice! We live to see another day. Let's go. Good compression saves lives. Oh, and then we forgot to counter with the Iroh. Oh, it's fine. Let's just pretend we didn't counter. I forgot. All right. Appa comes back. We draw for turn. Can we draw the climax? That's not the climax. Clock this. Can we draw the climax? Oh, no, we didn't draw the climax. Okay, but you know, that's the secret of this deck, though. There's still a chance for us to draw the right climax. And all we have to do is do a little bit of believing. Are you guys ready to believe? I'm ready to believe. All right, Aang Avatar State. We're going to use this to thin out the deck of non-climaxes. I think there might be another Avatar State in here. No, there isn't. Okay, we're going to go ahead and grab the Momo Wing Gleamer. And we're actually going to go back in with our second Aang Avatar State. This one's going to grab... we can grab the Drop Search, actually. I think the Drop Search might be pretty good here. Yeah, we do have an Aang Avatar State in the waiting room as well. Let's go grab the Drop Search. Yeah, this might come in real handy just in a second here. I want to show you guys the magic of Momo. Momo is just such a good card. Alright, we have plenty of cards in our hand that we can use to cycle through just a bunch of stuff here. So watch. I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. Now, right now, we're just focused on getting that climax. If we can get that climax this turn, we have just a really fantastic opportunity to, you know, potentially win the game here. Okay, actually now I do realize that we might not have enough stock for everything I want to do here. So yeah, it's okay. It is what it is. I think 2 is probably good enough if we get there. All right. So next we are going to play over the Appalas with the level 0 Aang and Zuko. On play, reveal the top card of deck. It is the climax that we need. Unfortunately, we can't draw it immediately. We don't have any cards that draws exactly 1. How unfortunate. But that information is just as crucial because now we are going to rely on the Sokka ship steering for the Brainstorm 5. Let's go. Let's see that Brainstorm. It's going to hit 1, 2. Oh no, that's like a bunch of, 3. We're drawing 3 cards here. That's a lot of climaxes hit out of our deck, though. We only have 1 pants left. That's actually not very good. All right, can we draw the last pants in our deck? 1, 2, 3. Oh, we drew a climax. That's good enough because now we're going to use Appa. Oh, not Appa. We're going to use Momo, play over, use its second effect, climax swap into the right climax. Not only can we climax swap into the right climax, we can climax swap into the cool climax, Fury of the Ocean Spirit. And additionally, Momo can also shuffle back 2 cards from our waiting room to give additional soul. So we can actually do this to give it extra soul. And also shuffle back one of the learning avatar states. This is good if we want to like give one of our Aang avatar state +1 soul that I can side attack, so it can like side for 1, burn 1, or if we want to just make sure that Momo is like a 2 soul attacker, then like both of these are just really good options. And we still have so much hand. Like if we wanted to, we could do another top check, you know, for the marker. We could drop search out a clean card from our deck. We could even use the Zuko Agni Kai to top check for a marker if we wanted to. We can still Katara's Necklace for different options. Like if we wanted Momo again, we can like play this over the Momo, for example. Let's just example. So top check. Let's say we know that's there, which is actually good information. Want to keep that information, and then you know, now we know if we gave the soul here, for example, from the Momo, now we know that's a good trigger, so we can side for burn 1 and then side for 2. So it's like there's really cool stuff you can do in this deck. Yeah, now we know that Katara's Necklace will mill 3, so we could, if we had like 1 more stock, we could salvage the last remaining Aang avatar state. Like just so much cool stuff, right? But yeah, so we're just gonna close it out. Fury of the Ocean Spirit, tons of hand, double combo, burn 1, and let's just see if this kills. So like, you know, side, burn 1, and then now we trigger climax. So somehow if we don't lose the next turn, have another one ready to go. Very, very cool. And the last attack. Nice. And then how many climaxes still left in deck? Still 3 left in deck. Like there's actually a chance we actually might still survive here. So hopefully that was a good demonstration of how this deck kind of plays. You can see there's just like so many cool lines. There's like really so many cool plays and really powerful plays as well. And most of the cards here are from the TD, with the exception of like Momo, who's a common but just probably one of the best commons I've ever seen in my life. So that's that. Hope you guys enjoyed that play-by-play. Let me know in the comments below if you any thoughts or feedback or questions even about this deck. I'll do my best to answer all of them. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead once again, check out Tressa Collectibles for the deck profile of this specific avatar TD++, and I hope to see you guys around. All right, catch you later. Peace.